Hey everyone, I hope you are having a nice day. So, I have been using Citrine a lot. She is my first frame after my starter Warframe, which is Mac. And I actually got a build for you today, and I call it Doodoo Launcher build. Uh, as you can see, I'm using Torrid, but instead of using the beam incarnate, you know, instead of using that thing which is actually very boring. I mean, it's super powerful, but it's just, for me at least, the beam weapon is just, I think, very good when it comes to exterminate mission or something like a defense mission, or something in the like. But when it comes to survival, it's just it just falls pretty quick. Not when it comes to damage. The damage is really good. What I mean is that it's not fun, and because you are killing enemies super fast, like you just shoot the beams and you just kinda want to see it killing enemies more. So you go room to room, and it's just messing up the whole spawn, and just I just don't like it. You know, it's super powerful. So you should use story that way when it comes to general mission. But when it comes to survival, I legit like the Doodoo launcher a bit more. I mean, it's super awesome right here. As you can see right now, I'm dealing, well, pretty reasonable damage. It's not millions of damage, but my kills per second is like super nice. I've never run out of things like life support drops or anything like that. So basically, if you got the incarnate turret, you should try this out. You should try the original form instead of relying on the beam weapon, because it's actually super good. This build utilizes gas and coal. Now, it's not going to work on any frame, of course. I don't. I mean, it's probably going to be, but it's not going to be as effective. I The reason why is because gas needs armor stripping, and in order to armor strip, you need a frame, like something like, ones that is using pillage effectively, or something. I don't know. I don't. I'm not trying it with another Warframe. Citrine is just my go-to, and it's just has been super duper fun. So let me tell you how this works, right? So for Citrine has this third ability which inflicted every single base element, toxin, coal, electricity, and fire and flame. So hold on, I'm actually having fun just looking at my Tenno right there. But yeah, Citrine has this ability which is super nice. But on top of that, you have this mod called Arcane Continuity, which also applies corrosive damage, corrosive status effect. The moment you inflict toxin with your abilities, and she is just the perfect frame for that. You will also want to have two emerald shards to gain the 4 stacks that needed to completely armor strip enemies, which is super useful. Here I am just changing a couple of stuff. I subsume Roar to her fourth ability, and just it's super nice because Roar also increases the turret and the ability damage. I think so. I think it does. And I am using preparation because it's just mad annoying to charge energy on spawn. So yeah, here I am As you can see, this is the build I'm using. Primary Merciless, but primary Frostbite is what you should be using. It increases critical damage and multi-shot. As for the Riven, again, you don't actually need it. Here I am going to be using it without the Riven. So you know, just so that you can have a, I mean, it's not really necessary to have a Riven for turret in the first place. I mean, sure, it's nice because it has high disposition, but again, it's not necessary. You want gas and you want cold. You don't really need too much when it comes to status chance, because what I'm using is only 2 status, and not only that, Citrine's third ability also give you both status chance and status duration, so it's absolutely amazing. So that was the final build that you can use. Here's the evolution that I am using. If you don't have a negative projectile speed on your Riven, you can freely choose between the other two, because it doesn't really matter. Now, the projectile speed is just doesn't really matter. So you are free to choose whatever you want. As for the fourth evolution, just to choose the middle one. It's just better than the other two. So you hate Incarnate, but you can still use the weapon, the original weapon, without the Incarnate mode. So yeah, I suggest if there is turret on the rotation, just go get it and use it as the Dudu launcher build. You know, this is really fun. I mean, you are seeing very low damage. Like it took them a while to die, but they will die. That's the thing. This is like a plague build. You know, you just spew the thing and you just let it cook. Essentially, the gas, the cold, enemies are slowed down, and they are slowly dying because of the gas. And on top of that, if there is enemies that has like high armor, Citrine's third ability works well with the Dudu launcher, with the Dudu scent, the smoke that it puffs. You know, here's the thing. There are only a few guns that is like explosion that can trigger prismatic gem, and turret Dudu actually triggers that thing. Not just the Dudu itself, not just upon shooting it, but the lasting Dudu on the ground. So when enemies steps into it, the prismatic gem actually shoots at the enemy. So if you just shoot once at the Acolyte, for example, and you lay down the prismatic gem first, and then you shoot the one Dudu at the Acolytes, and that gem will continuously hit it until the Dudu is gone. That is absolutely amazing, because the prismatic gem usually just hit once and it's over. I tried it with Ogris, and the Night Watch Napalm didn't actually trigger the prismatic gem. It's not hitting the enemy. Meanwhile, this one, look at it. Even if I don't shoot at the thing, the prismatic gem actually continues hitting them. And that's what's great about this build. This is a build that I've been trying and I've been using a lot. And if you are asking why it's only 40 minutes, there is actually, I'm going to make another video why it's not worth going over 40, 60 minutes. 60 minutes is the maximum you want when it comes to survival. Any more than that, you are risking you are risking your day. Essentially, it's going to make you absolutely insane. I suggest just 40 to 60 minutes is the sweet spot when it comes to endurance mission, be it defense, mirror defense, and survival. It's just not worth going further than that unless you. I mean, I'm going to make another video on that when it comes to that thing. 40 to 60 minutes is amazing, it's awesome. This build can work for that. It can kill a class fast. It can. I mean, it's fun, and that's the point of playing this game, is to have fun. And if you are you if you are like me, you have been hoping to get Torrid for a while. You've been wanting it to be like the one and only weapon that you are using, and then it turns out to be quite disappointing. Well, maybe you should try this build, try to get something more out of it. Again, that is the build. It's very nice. It's very nice, I'm telling you. You should get primary frostbite. That is very important. A gas build. I do have another build for exterminate mission, but it doesn't really matter. Torrid can use whatever build and it's going to be very strong anyway. And yeah, that's the thing. Oh, you make sure you change Arcane Rise for Arcane Blessing for Citrine. It's just a lot better to have more defense, in my opinion. Mold Augmented can be changed too. I suggest Arcane Guardian. More armor on health. That is the one that I'm rocking right now. Always use Madurai. Sling strength and power transfer, increasing ability strength and casting speed, which is quite needed when it comes to Citrine, as it has very slow animation. Oh, my phone just rang. But yeah, you should try this build out, and I hope you have a nice day. And yeah, I'm going to make another Warframe video about that endgame thing. And I see a lot of old veterans coming back, and yeah, I just want to make a video on that. Thank you for watching.